Hey guys, I'm Andrew Bennett, your tiny house guy. We're here at the New Jersey Tiny House Fest, and as you know, I go around and get my nose in everybody else's business. Unfortunately, when it comes to toilets, you want to stand a little bit distance back from me, right? So I'm here with Ken, right?
Yeah.
And we're with Cinderella Toilets. You guys, so many people ask me, what about incinerator toilets? My experience has been so limited. The only knowledge I had was of the old kind we were talking about.
Yeah.
The old kind, you have to have like a 200 amp service or whatever, and it's just like a lot of electricity. So I come talk to these guys like, no, that's not the case anymore. Catch up with the times, old man, right? So, so anyway, so I want to let him tell you what he told me about these toilets. You're gonna love it. This is awesome.
Yeah, thanks, Andrew. Yeah, this is a Cinderella incineration toilet. It's been in use in Norwegian countries and in Europe for over almost 20 years, but it's just made it here to the U.S.
It's a little bit closer.
It's great new technology. It completely combusts all the waste. You're not dealing with compost. You're not dealing with emptying any bottles or any waste.
And that's huge.
It's huge.
Well, I mean, because listen, you gotta turn the camera back and it'll mess it up. That's all right. I'm gonna get so many emails about that. That's all right. So anyway, I don't want to interrupt you because so many people are like, well, we want to travel, and I was like, and we don't want to have to hook up, so we want to go compost. I'm saying that's like the worst thing because now you got to deal with that stuff. You have to continue the compost process. It takes 6 months to a year to completely compost it where it's safe to do for anything. It's great if you're like on a farm or going to use it, but otherwise it's like it's a hassle, man. So this
is a lot to deal with.
Perfect.
Yeah,
this is perfect.
This is a total waste solution. So you're not trying to transport it away into a tank. You don't have to deal with the compost. All that comes out of this is clean, sterile ash.
Yeah.
And we're not talking about a lot of ash. We're talking about a teacup for 4 people for a week. So here's the way it works. The inside here is an incineration chamber. You can actually open it up and look right on in there.
Yeah, come in and see in there.
This is the incineration chamber right down in there. There's an electronic heating element that incinerates everything in there, but it is inaccessible when it's hot. So it's very, very safe and very, very child friendly.
Right. You tell me there are things like it won't open if it's hot.
Yeah, when you close this lid, you can actually kind of flush and put something down into the chamber. But if it's hot and you don't have this lid closed, it will not open.
It won't open.
Yeah. So and because it's a waterless toilet, the way that you use it is a little bit different than normal, but only slightly. The only major change is at the beginning of each visit, you're going to just take one of these little bag liners, which come with the toilet, and you drop it here in the bowl. Okay. When you're done using the toilet, you close the lid.
Right.
And you push this start button. This start button will basically flush the toilet, and it will begin the incineration process. This little light comes on, the toilet tells you that it's incinerating.
And this is the higher end one that has all the digital readout. You have a lower end one too.
Yeah, we have another one that doesn't have a digital readout, but the other one works pretty much the same except for the difference in the digital readout.
Right.
And it will take maybe 30 minutes, 45 minutes, maybe an hour if there's a lot of waste to handle.
Right.
But you don't have to wait around to use it.
You just go.
You literally open the lid again if you need to, and the next person could come in immediately.
Right.
You literally do not have to wait while the incineration is going on. It happens all in the background.
Right.
Okay. So you just add a bowl liner at the beginning of each visit, close the lid, push the start button when you're done, and the toilet will go ahead and incinerate it all in the background.
And of course, people are going to be like, so wow, so how much are those little liners? And you're telling me it was $500 for $50?
Yeah, you get 500 in the box for free. Or
So that's like the
with
price of the toilet paper you're using.
Yeah, exactly. And depending upon use, 500 will last you sometimes a very long time. If it's just 1 or 2 people, you might only need a box every 6 months.
Yeah.
So, and then what will happen is, again, you're not dealing with any enzymes, you don't have to add anything, turn any cranks. It will incinerate urine as well as solid waste. And then when it's time to empty it, which depending upon use might be, if it's a lot of people, it might be a couple weeks or a week. If it's 1 or 2 people, it might only be a month or longer.
But there's nothing, like in the meat, it doesn't matter if you're not emptying at all, because it's not like you're getting a smell or you have something bad to look at or anything.
Exactly.
It's totally clean.
You get a nice clean toilet to look at. You don't have access to the anything hot that's burning, and there's no smells. It's totally odor free. And when the toilet needs to be emptied, it will give you a little warning. It will just tell you ash pan needs to be emptied. It'll give you a little beep.
Right.
You can empty it right away if you want to. If you don't, and you're busy, you can do it a little later. But it will tell you when it's time.
Right.
And emptying is a very simple process. Anybody can do it. You can make it be your kids' chores, or or you know.
That's
anybody.
what kids are for. Yeah. Yeah.
Trust me, they will.
Wash the dog and empty the toilet.
They will like this a lot more than they will emptying some sort of compost unit, because you don't have to deal with smells. What you're dealing with is this ash pan. It unlocks, which only can be done when it's cooled off.
Right.
You pull it out like this. This has obviously been combusted, and all that's left is
Where's the jar?
yeah. There we go. There's our ash. This is all that's left.
And that's for like how much use is that?
This will be maybe a family of 4 for a week. You're dealing with a little bit of ash.
That's nothing.
Yeah, and this is sterile, bacteria-free. You don't have any sort of biohazard material. You
Dump it in the trash.
empty it out in the trash, drop it back in here, slide this pan back in, lock it into place, and then put on the cover. It's really that simple. Maybe
And you know, in the design, it's slick. I mean, it looks nice. It's not like this big thing with the cranks on the side and the mess. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah,
the
absolutely.
Mess. This is like clean. This is better. I mean, I've been in a lot of third world countries. I've been in places where we have water shortages and stuff. I mean, come on. This is an answer. This is like it's worldwide. Here,
It's
right?
great. I mean, it's also
Which
great
is,
for
you guys
people.
are in the world. I mean,
Yeah.
this isn't just here. You guys are everywhere. Right?
This is the world-leading incineration toilet for sure.
number 1, number 2 toilet right here.
Go ahead
That's
and
right.
try it out.
Well, listen, I had, we're going to do a demonstration later. But listen, you definitely educated me. You know, I've been I like to keep an open mind, but I just hadn't had this information. So I'm so glad you guys were here at this event. So glad I got to meet you. So glad that now my clients have another option that I think is, I'm going to say this is the number 1 option for number 2 right now. All right?
That's right.
Thanks, Ken. It was
Thanks
good
so much,
meeting
Andy.
you.
You
And
too.
thanks, Orr's holding the camera.
Enjoy.